Hi, welcome to my mukbang. In this episode, I am going to tell the story of how me and my husband Carl met. Tonight for dinner, I have some chipotle honey chicken, with some ranch sauce, corn, french fries, and a diet Pepsi. Not sponsored. Can't do the hashtag right now, but... So basically, I will start out. I'm going to try the chicken before I start my story. Good. Oh, I'm so rude. How are you guys? I know this is a very weird video. But I wanted to do something different this time. I wanted to try the mukbang trend. So let's start. Carl and I met in May of 2010. We met via OkCupid. He started messaging me first about my tattoo. And the one on my back. We just started talking via OkCupid and then Messenger, back when MSN was a thing, I think. I didn't really see any pictures of him at first, but he saw me on cam, because I had a laptop that had a built-in camera at the time, like Toshiba or something. So we made plans to meet, like in the following few days. At the time, I was living with my friend Carrie, and her boyfriend Ollie used to come down every weekend. So he drove me and Carrie, because they were my backup, to go see Carl, or go meet him. This is very good. I know it's not looking very appetizing, but it's very good. So actually, Carl and I made arrangements to meet like the day before, so on the 15th of May. And that didn't work out well, so I was there waiting at our location, what happened to be Starbucks. And I was waiting, and he didn't show up. So, we ended up going down to go get some sushi downtown, which I love sushi, especially the all-you-can-eat place. It used to be called New Island, but they changed it to Nissan, and that's like my favorite place to go. And it's still my favorite place to go now. So anyway, we're at sushi, and I was messaging him, like, what happened, and where were you? He's like, I was there, but I was at the other end. I must have missed you or something. And so I was sad, but got over it quick. And he's like, so sorry. Do you want to make plans to meet again? And hopefully this time we'll make sure that we don't miss each other. And I'm like, yes, definitely. I still want to meet you. Same place, same time, but tomorrow. So May 16th. Ollie drove me down to the same Starbucks and we actually met. He came out from, I think it was a Mini Cooper that was in that cage, but that's where we met. And then Ollie's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just go." And so after that, Carl and I went for a walk, just like all over the place. We walked for probably about 2-3 hours. It seems like a long time, but it went by very quickly, and we just had so much fun. We just kept walking everywhere, talking, getting to know each other. And then we did the same kind of thing, except for down by the river. There's paths and stuff that you can go walking on. We went walking down by the river on our second date, so that was fun. But yes, ever since we met, basically we met and then became official. It wasn't like a awkward phase. It's kind of like as soon as we met, we knew, and we are inseparable. He came to my place where I was living with Carrie at the time pretty much every few days. There was a few days he spent overnight, but quite a few times he did go back home. And then pretty much after that, because Carrie had to go back to where she grew up, and so I needed a new roommate, and we just decided to move in with each other. So we moved in with each other, and that's that. We have been living with each other ever since. And just, I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm so happy. Let's see, what else? And about a year after, on our year anniversary, a year and a month is when I found out I was pregnant with Noah, so that was fun. I went and peed on a stick, and then I'm like, "Carl," and he was sleeping because he was working graveyards at the time. I'm like, "I'm pregnant, here you go." And he's like, "What?" But we were very, very excited, so well, I can't say it was a surprise because we had sex. Obviously, babies come from sex, but it wasn't like we were meticulous in planning it with Noah. But I love Noah with her heart so much. Wouldn't change it for the world. I know this is just like probably gross to you guys, but this is probably like my favorite meal. Of all time. So these are our finest chicken fingers. I actually like these more, but they're really expensive. I don't get them unless the great value ones, or if I go somewhere else, are out of stock. But yeah, these are very good. And then it's just corn and crinkle cut French fries. And I'm a huge Diet Pop drinker. I drink too much Diet Pop. Yeah. I probably go through 4 to 5 cans a day. Yeah, that's bad. I have times where I'm like very good and I'm just drinking water and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna change it and I'm gonna stop drinking pop. But let's face it, I like pop. It's diet, not saying it's any better for me, but in my head, it's like, I like the flavor. Sometimes I'm like, I love water. Don't get me wrong, I like water, like ice cold water. But sometimes I just want to pop, you know? So I always say I'm trying to cut back, but that doesn't always happen. In other news, I just finally got finished watching Jane the Virgin, the latest episode that aired yesterday. And, oh my god, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happened, just skip a few minutes ahead, okay? So basically, Petra's sister, god damn it, I can't remember her name, paralyzed her, and she's been paralyzed this whole time. Like, Petra's been paralyzed, and then her sister has been pretending to be her, whole thing, just to get money and for her mom and everything. So Petra finally moves and is out of the paralyzing state, and she finally, like, basically fixes everything. She breaks up with Scott for her sister because he thinks he's dating Petra.